Guys, we've got some breaking news on Johnny Somali, which I guarantee not many have covered yet. Johnny Somali's first trial was a total movie drama. I request all of you to watch the video without skipping, because in this video, I tried to cover everything Johnny said and what is going to happen to him.
You think this is a fucking game? Bro, I got Korean investigation documents. These niggas been interrogating me for months, for days. These niggas on my ass.
Just a quick update. I know this will be very disappointing for many of you. The news is that Johnny is getting 5 years in jail for the crime he committed in his first trial. It was reported that if not 5 years, he will get at least 1 year in prison, which is disappointing. But the good news is that this is just the punishment for the first trial. His next trial will be in April, and it is expected that with all charges combined, Johnny Somali could face up to 10 to 15 years in prison if South Korean law delivers justice for what he has done to Koreans. Let's not waste a single moment and get straight to the point.
When I go to the judge tomorrow and say, oh, I'm sorry, oh, I'm mentally ill, and they say, okay, go home with a fine of $500.
So we just wrapped up with the first day of trial for the Ramzi Khalid Ismail case, that is Johnny Somali. And what happened was he was over an hour late.
The dude has played every single card wrong. And I'm shocked that like every time I show up and find out something new about Johnny Somali, he drops the bar even lower. Like, who would ever think, if you have an important trial and it's about your own freedom, why would you ever get drunk and stream the night before and pass out and talk shit about the judge and the prosecutors and show up over an hour late to your trial?
Johnny Somali just crossed all the lines in terms of stupidity during his first trial. This idiot, I guarantee, is surely on something. He knows he's guilty of everything. Literally, he knows that whatever he has done is documented and recorded in video clips. And you know what he did? Just hours before his trial, he went live on party.com, the same platform another idiot streamer, Jack Doherty, is on. During the live stream, he said a lot of inappropriate things about people like us who exposed him to the world. He used inappropriate language against Tazi, Legal Mindset, and everyone who made videos about him, claiming that our bread and butter comes from making videos about him. Just watch the video and you'll understand. By the way, I also have a major update. Johnny used extremely offensive language against South Korean investigators. He even claimed that those investigators secretly told him they're not actually South Korean investigators but are working for North Korea instead.
National Intelligence Security Charge. Does anybody know what the that means? I got interrogated 2 days ago. It's March 6th. Court is tomorrow. The detective looked me in the eye and he said, Johnny, do you know where North Korea is? I said, the dumb north of here, like straight.
By saying this on camera, Johnny has just dug himself into very, very serious trouble, which I'll talk about after this video. So don't skip, there are a lot of updates I covered in this video. So let's watch how Johnny Somali threatened everyone before his court trial, confidently saying that nothing was going to happen to him. But later, what happened in the trial wiped the smile off his face forever.
And yes, I will be back doing IRL streaming on party.com. The trial is live tomorrow, and I will be live streaming the trial. I will be live streaming before, during, and after, exclusively here on Party.
Which he wasn't actually able to do, and I'll cover that after this. He even showed up wearing a Maga hat, thinking the judge would be scared because he's a Trump supporter, but that plan brutally backfired on him. Something you'll also find out later in the video.
Tomorrow, the plan is we're going to hit the courtroom live. We're going to see a bunch of the ops. We're going to see possibly Dalgoon is going to pull up. You know what I mean? I don't want to say his name. Lolly Mindset, Pedo Mindset, Atozi, the rug seller. A bunch of that have made their careers and made their YouTube names based on me. A bunch of motherfuckers that without me, they would not have any kind of clout or any type of entertainment value if it was not for me.
You guys tell me, this man harassed Japanese, Koreans, black, and Somali people, hurt them, and made money off of it. And when people like us exposed him, we did it to prevent others from getting inspired by him and starting the same toxic behavior to make quick cash. Imagine what would happen to society if this cycle continued unchecked. So if people like us are bringing his truth to the world and holding him accountable, think about how many young people influenced by Johnny Somali will now be scared to do such things in the future. I truly believe that those of us who expose Johnny's actions shouldn't just be getting paid. We should be recognized and awarded by the government for stopping so many people who might have already started acting like him if we hadn't covered his incidents. What do you guys think? Let me know if you agree with me on this. I'd love to know if I'm right on this.
I'm going to be able to see my ops in person tomorrow. I'm going to be fully suited and booted out with the MAGA hat. I'm going to have the full suit on.
This is the full suit he was wearing. And in this video, this idiot just revealed what he was about to do to get away from punishment. He literally exposed his entire plan and all his acting. Guys, does this Johnny idiot really think that Koreans don't understand English? Does he believe that in the entire country of South Korea no one would know what he says on his streams? Even after so many months, I still don't understand why Johnny Somali keeps talking, knowing that everything he says is bringing him more serious and bigger trouble. Despite knowing all this, why does he intentionally keep saying these things against South Korea? Does he not fear for his life? Please let me know if anyone has an answer to this question of mine.
When I go to the judge tomorrow and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm mentally ill. I don't know what's going on. I have a bipolar disorder. And what may I do? I left my medication in America. I don't know what's happening, Your Honor. Please help me. I am a psychopath. I plead mentally insane." And they say, "Okay, go home with a fine of $500. What is this nigga say?
I think the Korean judge should take this clip of Johnny Somali, where he challenged the Korean law, saying they can do nothing, and show Johnny Somali what Korea can do to him, to teach him a good lesson in his next trial. Now let's see what legal mindset Atozi and others who were present in the court during his trial have to say about what actually happened.
So we just wrapped up with the first day of trial for the Ramzi Khalid Ismail case, that is Johnny Somali. And what happened was he was over an hour late to his trial. It was packed, completely full courtroom. Almost everybody was there for him. And he came in with Hank. He was dressed in a white suit. Hank was in a black suit, very, ebony and ivory sort of thing they had going on there. He immediately looked at me directly, stuck his tongue out. He was wearing a Maga hat. He was instructed twice to take it off. And bungled that absolutely hilariously multiple times. He proceeded to go to the stand in the wrong place and head forward. The key is to all of this that he was completely blindsided by both the procedure and the charges. I will get into that on a later video, but he pled guilty to all three of the original charges, that is the first obstruction and the 2 Minor Crimes Act violations. But the last obstruction, the new one that just came out this week, they had no idea about. His lawyer didn't know, he didn't know. So they have to schedule a whole new trial date 3 weeks from now just for him to plead guilty, and that won't be the end of the story for Ramzi.
Now let's get to the main point, where he used so many inappropriate words against the prosecutors who interrogated him a day before his court trial. Johnny should say thanks to God that he didn't post this video a day ago. He just posted it hours before his trial. Otherwise, his punishment would have been way longer than what he got right now.
Bro, I got Korean investigation documents. These has been interrogating me for months, for days. He's been on my ass. I'm telling you, Smelly. Y'all not believe this shit. I hope some of y'all got Google Translate, because I do shit. They writing this shit in Google language. I don't even know how to understand it. These are saying you have a national intelligence security charge. National intelligence security charge. Does anybody know what the that means? I got interrogated 2 days ago. It's March 6th. Court is tomorrow. The detective looked me in the eye and he said, "Johnny, do you know where North Korea is?" I said, "It's the dumbass guy. Like, north of here?" Like straight up, I told homie. I said, "North of here? Like, what the f*** are you talking about, nigga? North of here? Like, this is a stupid ass question." And then he asked me, "What's your relationship with North Korean communists?" I said, "Right to remain silent." He said, "Do you know the situation that's going on between North Korea and South Korea?" I told him, "I'm from America. I don't care."
Sorry for the little interruption, but did you see how Johnny wore the MAGA hat and kept emphasizing America, praising it non-stop? Don't you think he's trying his best to capture Trump's attention? I believe that right now, only Trump's involvement could save Johnny Somali, so that's exactly what he's aiming for. At this moment, there hasn't been a single time Johnny was seen without that MAGA hat. He seems to be searching for an incident, like if someone hits him, if a Korean throws his hat away or damages a exhibit in any way while confronting him. Then he could use that clip to claim he's in danger in Korea and try to get Trump to step in and save him. Did you guys think about it this way? Don't you think this is also a well-planned strategy by Johnny? Let me know in the comments what you think.
So they trying to charge the National Security Violation Act. That is a problem.
I don't think they made any mistake by charging him under the National Security Violation Act, because if you watch this video, you'll see how he said all these things against South Korea a couple of months ago.
They say the National Intelligence Service gonna come get me. Tell them come find me. I ain't scared of them. Shout out North Korea. Shout out Pyongyang. Shout out Kim Jong-un. That's my till the day I die. South Korea. Until Kim Jong-un nuke this shit, I just don't want to be here when Kim Jong-un press that red button.
Now let's see what Atozi and Legal Mindset had to say when they came out of the courtroom after Johnny's trial. They said that Johnny mocked them and was smiling a lot at first, but the moment he pled guilty, his smile completely disappeared.
So the thing is, we just got out of the trial. It went absolutely terrible for Johnny because Johnny showed up more than an hour late with a Maga hat on and a big bottle of water, and he was just screaming at essentially he got in trouble for, number one, wearing the hat, and number two, the bottle. So now there's 4 charges that was in that trial, correct?
There are 4 charges against him, but only 3 of them were addressed today.
Okay.
The 4th charge, which he just discovered about the other day, which I brought up on my stream 2 days ago, and he got the notice of in Korean yesterday. Actually, didn't even get it. Sorry. So
oh wow.
He didn't know anything about it today, and his lawyer didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, they were
today.
pretty shocked.
Oh, okay. So that was a separate charge. Was that the charge that he was showing? And
The
leaked?
new obstruction.
Oh, the newest obstruction charge. Okay, yeah.
That
So
came this week.
there's another charge as well that's coming against him about the deepfake stuff that he accidentally leaked on his stream last night. Because as
a
we've
fifth
been
charge.
as we've been covering, I mean, he's been playing his cards in the worst way possible the whole time from start to finish. And last night, I guess he decided to get drunk at 3 a.m, go live, and show up extremely late to court because of that. And on his live stream, he was doing, like, I guess, getting paid to do shots, and he ended up showing a new charge that hadn't been leaked to the public yet.
So that charge was actually it's the police case that the police have given over to the prosecutor. So it means that they're going to prosecute it. It's going
Because
to trial. Yeah.
In the Korean system, once the police decide to actually formally charge you and they send it to the prosecutors, that's pretty much it. That's where you get the 90+% conviction rate. You're pretty much done. If they've decided to go that far, that means they have the evidence to prove the crime.
That's the thing. This is actually it for Johnny Somali. Despite everything he did in Korea, he had so many chances to apologize to Koreans and possibly get away with a lighter punishment, but Johnny never took South Korea seriously. Even hours before his trial, he was still mocking and disrespecting South Korean law and the judge. But right now, reality has hit him hard, and it's terrifying. Guys, what do you think Korean prisoners will do to Johnny Somali? Knowing what he has done to South Korea, just imagining it even makes me feel scared for him. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And guys, throughout this whole video, I never asked for a like or subscribe, but if you do, it would support this channel in a huge way. Please consider subscribing and liking this video. Thanks for watching.